Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas! Okay, now that we got that out of our system.
Right? I just want to make sure everybody still has their hearing, you know.
No, we've made them all deaf. And I'm going to be in my glasses tonight because I have to read stuff and just no. So, sorry. Some people say
I got some sign language. I can do, that's about as much as sign language as I can do. Sorry.
Sorry. I know, thank you.
Yeah. Well, this is sorry.
Okay.
You know.
Right.
And the other ones, I don't want to offend anybody in the deaf community.
Okay. That makes sense. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
But you know, it is Christmas.
Yes.
And we're at the end of the year.
Yes.
Which means
what a year it's been.
Right? But it means that we're really close to the beginning of a year. And that means that people are going to make those things resolutions and stick to them for like 2-3 weeks, maybe.
I was thinking 2 to 3 days, but okay.
Well, some go a little longer. Most are a couple of days. But in an effort to help people maybe not make resolutions so much, it was suggested to us that we do a show about online etiquette. Mostly because most people that we know from online, that's where we've met people, and it's how our community has grown, and it's how we all keep in touch with people. So a couple of our friends were discussing some stalkerish behavior of certain peoples, and like we got to thinking about what could we do to benefit mankind as we close the door on 2015 and open it to 2016. And really the best thing that we can do is try to teach you manners for this new world that we live in that has an online capacity and basically lifestyle. So we came up with a list of 10. Take them as you'd like. Again, not really resolutions, just maybe a lifestyle, a way to improve your life and those around you.
I like the way you phrased that. That was nice. Oh, my hair fell.
I like your hair because you can do whatever you want with it, and it still looks awesome.
Thank you, but it's getting kind of long to mohawk it.
It is.
Unless I put like a egg yolks and some Elmer's glue.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
No.
But the hair is amazing. I love the color. I love it, love. All of it. Everything about it. So do you want to start with number 1 and we'll just tag team back and forth on what these are?
Sure. And I'm going to let everybody know right now. The complete list will be written in blog form on Elementary Politics after we're done with the show. Just so you can have a written reminder, because, you know, sometimes you have to see things to remember. Yeah. The first one is don't do soft cyber stalking. And if you don't know what this is, it's where you like all the things on Facebook, every post, anything that even people have posted on that person's wall, where you go through, basically you're going to their page and pressing like on every single thing on their page. Stop. Only like the things that are really awesome. You don't have to like every single thing. I find it annoying when I come back, you know, when I open up my Facebook, it says 45 notifications, like, oh my goodness, I became popular overnight. And then no, it's like 31 of the same person liking something. It's very annoying. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Naughty.
Just abstain. You pretend the like button is a love button. You're not going to love all the things, but you will love a few things here and there. Just try to cut it down by half and then see where you go from there.
Also, with that cyber thing, not do you only don't like everything, you don't have to comment on every single post either, because that becomes annoying.
Yes.
Especially if it bears no relevance to what the post is. Because this hasn't happened to me a lot, but I've seen it on other people's walls where they'll post something and somebody else will post something completely irrelevant and they're going, well, how are you today? That's what the private messages are for, not the wall. If you're going to comment on a status, make sure it has something to do with the status. So,
yes.
Yeah. Basic etiquette, people. Basic etiquette.
Very important, which actually helps in introducing number 2 of our rules. Don't subtweet or subpost when you can directly contact that person.
Yes. Oh my god. So many things could be handled on Twitter if they were just DMs.
Yeah. There's just I don't understand this concept. It's like, it's very high schoolish. Oh, well, I'm not going to use their name. They won't know it's about them. Well, of course they know it's about them. You're not dealing with idiots here. You're dealing with grown people. Like, most people can put 2 and 2 together. And here's the thing. If you have their number and you know how to text them or call them, if you are friends with them on Facebook and you can instant message them through Facebook, or if you're linked up with them on Twitter and you can DM them on Twitter, you have like all these avenues to get a hold of this person. I understand. You might be upset about something that they said or the way that they're acting, blah, blah, blah. I get it. We've all had those moments where we've been like, meh, 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 meh. Don't make a habit out of it. Like once or twice, if you do it, that's okay. All right, I get it. You're angry. You just need a vent. But if you have other avenues, work with that person one-on-one, get it situated, be an adult. This isn't high school.
No, as far as I remember, I remember graduating from high school. Because I'm pretty sure, because I went to a high school reunion earlier this year. And
not this year, but I did go to a high school reunion, yes. Yes.
Yeah, this one, I swear they become more and more interesting as we get older. I can't, this last one, because I was slightly inebriated, and they wouldn't let me back, because we had it at a bar. They had like, like an upstairs to the bar where, you can rent out.
Right.
Well, I went outside, and when I tried to get back in, one of the bouncers sitting there going, no, you're too drunk, you can't come back inside. I'm like, dude, I will hand you whatever you need from me. I'm like, I will hand you my whole wallet. I just need to use the restroom. No, you're too drunk. All right. And he told me I could go to some other place to use their restroom. Why? I've been at this bar for like the last 5 hours. All I want to do is use their restroom. I don't want any more to drink tonight. They wouldn't let me in. And one of my classmates, who is drunker than I, kept on telling me that we should go pee on his car that was in the parking lot. Here's the thing, folks. I'm a chick. I may not always hold myself in the most ladylike, I will not pee on a car. I can't.
No, it's the physics of it would be very complicated. Yeah, no, don't do that.
No. So what I did instead is I got an Uber to take me to a restaurant so I could use their restroom.
That's awesome.
I know, awesome. Right? I paid $7 to bring me to a restaurant so I could use their bathroom and hopefully sober up a bit with some food in my stuff.
Food is always good.
Right?
Amazing. It's amazing. So So yeah, don't revert back to high school ways. We're all adults. Let's deal with things in the adult manner. If you're having a problem with somebody, take it up with them directly. You know, vent to your friends. Maybe vent to your friends in private, but take it up with the person directly. Because, you know, be an adult.
Right.
What was it? If you're a woman, cowgirl up. If you're a man, cowboy up. Put your big person pants on.
Yeah. All right. Number 3, because mine is writing on a dry erase board over here because it's classy.
Nice.
Number 3. Be aware that people have lives. I know it seems foreign to you if you live on the interwebs, but people do actually have lives off the computer. Therefore, if a post, pic, article, or tweet is not catching the fire like you thought it should, it's not personal. Get over yourself. Not everything is about you. Why? Because it's all about me.
It's not personal, and that's I've run into this a couple of times. It's this weird phenomena. I don't really understand. Like, yeah, okay, if I post a really cute picture of my kids and no one has noticed it, I'm like, oh, that's too bad, because the kids are super cute in this picture and y'all are missing out. But I've known other people who will post something and maybe doesn't get much traction, and they're like, oh, nobody's paying attention to me. Well, yeah, I don't know if you know this, but we have lives outside of the interwebs. Yeah, it's a weird thing, and I don't really understand it, but don't do it. Okay, don't take it personally. It's not a slight to you. It's that people are busy, and maybe they saw it, but they just didn't think to or I don't know. I'm not them. I don't have their life. So that's pretty much it on that one.
Again, it's one of those things, put your big girl or big boy pants on and just kind of get over it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I posted some stuff and it gets absolutely no traction, or maybe like one person will, and it's like, it kind of hurts a bit, but it's like, it wasn't what people were looking for at that particular moment.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's one of those things. It amused me, and that's all what I need to post on social media.
Exactly.
I'm posting for myself. If other people want to join in, fine. If not, I'm entertaining all by myself.
Exactly. It's fun. Which actually, you know what? I'm going to buzz right to number 4, because that actually is a really good segue to number 4, which is your Facebook page is your own. However, try not to use it as your personal diary.
No, please don't. Okay, people, here's the thing. Number 1, should just be etiquette 101. I'm glad a lot of you are in relationships. But here's the thing. If you're in a fight with your significant other, Facebook is not the place to air your grievance. Do not post it on your wall. Why? The interwebs are forever. And who knows, you might make up with them in an hour, a day, a week, but that status is still there. Because not everybody goes back, and deletes it or whatever. Just stop. If you're having problems with your relationship, maybe get off from Facebook, off from Twitter, off from Tumblr. And maybe talk to them.
I'd like to reference number 2 in our rules. Do not sub-post or sub-tweet about somebody. Perhaps you should talk to them directly.
Right. And even with what you said with the number 3, the post, when we were talking about that, I've seen somebody on Facebook get so butthurt over the little things, and then they keep posting about it. Stop. Here's the thing. Seriously, get off the internet for a while. Go outside, get this thing called fresh air, Re-examine your life a bit.
Be with the three-dimensional people.
The graphics are amazing outside, by the way. Have you ever noticed them? Oh my goodness. Oh,
everything's amazing. In high def.
Yes.
It's amazing. Fascinating. So yeah, go outside, be with the three-dimensional people. And yeah, that's probably the best piece of advice for, everyone.
Yeah. It's those little things, is, we all have that handful of people on our Facebook or on our Twitter that all they do is post stuff that they should never really post about their personal life. You know what I mean? There's things about, I don't really want to know.
No.
I'll let you know right now. Facebook should be superficial for the most part.
For the most part, yes.
I mean, I can understand if you post like, oh, I'm like really sick, or, that kind of stuff, and you want us to know. But for like the most part, I don't want to know your intimate details. It's just, no, I'm okay with that.
We don't know. We don't need to know how many times you threw up last night.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Pixar, it didn't happen. I don't want to hear about it, but I don't want to see it either. But still, it's one of those things. Ugh.
No, yeah, you can skim that surface. Like, I had a really rough night last night. I wasn't feeling well. Period.
Or I drank.
Story.
Or I just drank too much and got brown bottle flu. We will all understand what you mean by the brown bottle flu.
We got it. We've all been there. We know. We're with you. 100%. No more details are necessary. Thank you.
Right.
That's what we mean. Do not treat it like your personal diary. Do not, oh, dear diary, last night I kissed blah, blah, blah. No. Nobody needs to know that. Keep it to yourself. Get a diary. Get an actual diary. Moleskine really amazing ones.
There are things. Now, here's a really cool thing about Facebook, and Twitter even has this now. You can create a group and do messages with those people, so you can know like 10 people know. Hey, me and so hooked up last night. Isn't it awesome? And then only those 10 people will know. You don't have to tell your 5,000 Facebook friends about something that they don't really want to know about or care about.
As long as none of them post or subtweet about it later. Sorry. Okay. Etiquette people, we're talking etiquette here. This goes for everyone. So yeah.
Okay.
Let's move on, because this next one is probably my favorite.
All right. Pinterest is not reality, as much as I really wish it would be. Perfection is boring and a lie. Truth. So stop being perfect and don't be afraid to be real. If I was perfect, number one, my hair would stay up the way I freaking want it and quit falling every 5 seconds.
True.
But then again, you want to be able to get some of the great hairstyles like this.
Oh my God, I hope that's the thumbnail. Really, like, honestly, that would be super awesome, because normally it's making a weird face. So
that would be awesome if this actually could be the thumbnail. I'm just saying.
I would love it. It would be awesome. But yeah, I know that we said don't treat it like your diary, so you don't want to like get bogged down in the details. But this whole notion of my life is perfect. Look at this perfect cake. Look at these perfect kids. All my kids, none of them have messy hair. None of them have cavities. Everybody is kissy, kissy, lovey, dovey. No, they're not. No, they're not. You know that they're not. And we know that they're not. So stop with that. And don't use Pinterest as a measurement of your failure points, because I'll let you in on a little secret. The people that are like super active on Pinterest and post all these like amazing boards, and they have all like Martha Stewart-esque stuff that's going on, they likely get paid to do that. And they likely have spent hours perfecting the things that are on there to make sure that they look just right, that the picture taken is just right, that the wording is just right. Stop measuring yourself up to that, because it's not real. None of it is reality. Oh my gosh, it's smoke and mirrors in Hollywood. It drives me absolutely batty. And one of my favorite things is, if you go and look up on the interwebs Pinterest fail, just do yourself that favor and go, huh, okay, so I don't suck as bad as I thought I did.
Right. I was gonna say, or y'all can. Here's the thing about with my Pinterest. Again, it's my social media. I run it the way I want.
Yeah.
Here are my top 3 boards on Pinterest. I have one for Tom Hiddleston. I have one for Doctor Who, and then I have one for the Marvel Universe. In all total, I have over 40 boards, but those are like my top 3 that have like the most pins and the most eclectic thing. Like I have other things on there. Like I have a creative DIY thing, just more for inspiration. But I couldn't imagine trying to live up to what I see on Pinterest, because let's face it, to be that way, I would find that boring. Because number one, I don't want to have the same thing that everybody else has. It's one of those things. I find the same thing with like tattoos. Like in the last 10 years, maybe even longer, is those trendy tattoos that everybody gets. It's all the same tattoo. For like the longest time, everybody had that old English D on their forearm, or or they all have to get like this. Guessing it's had to do something with like Eminem or something. I don't know. To tell you the honest truth, I don't know, because I'm not from Detroit. Not my thing. But you know what I mean? You start seeing like the same tattoo. Everybody has, like a whole bunch of girls got it, like the affinity, symbol, and or like part of the affinity symbol was taken out and replaced with something else, like love, and us.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that irritates me. I really hate when people go to Pinterest and get a tattoo the same exact as somebody else. Don't. As you as I know, because we both have tats. Tats are personal. They're forever. That's the one time. Don't be a sheep if you're going to get a tattoo.
No.
Get something that means something to you, because in 20, 30 years, you're still going to have that tattoo, and it better mean something to you.
Yep.
Not just because, well, it looked cute at the time because I was 18. Stop.
Oh, and just a public service announcement. If you're considering a tattoo, awesome. Kudos to you. But please wait until you're at least 25. Please make sure you have artwork that you would like to replicate in some manner. Not exactly, but a style that you like. And then please find an artist who is capable of doing that style. Have a relationship with your artist, because they will get to know you, they will know what you want, and they will be able to create beautiful, beautiful artwork like mine did for me on my leg, which is just stunning and gorgeous and beautiful, and I can't wait till he does my other leg. All right, so that's my PSA about don't get a tattoo when you're 18. Don't do it.
No. I got a tattoo when I was 18. And don't get me wrong, it's not bad. I mean, it was one of those, I went in, I'm like, this is what I want. Kids, it's cute. No meaning behind it.
Right.
I put a meaning on it years later. But at the time, it was just, I just wanted a tattoo, so I got one. And yeah, don't ever do that. It's ridiculous.
So I'm just so y'all know, tonight we have a stalker with us. My husband is actually in the background. You won't be able to see him, but you might hear his disembodied voice every so often. But because we were talking about tattoo artists, he decided to take it upon himself. Rather than speak this aloud, he decided to text this to me. I guess assuming I would not put it on the show, but the text was, I'm supposed to sleep with my tattoo artist? Yes, honey, absolutely. That's what I mean. Totally. It's my husband. I love him.
Yeah, he's my favorite lesbian.
He is a very good lesbian.
I'll just have to find a hot tattoo artist then. I'll move to it.
Every artist you've gone to has been male. What does that say about you, my love?
I don't know. I'm going to find a different one. I didn't know I was supposed to have a relationship.
Oh my gosh. Ugh. Anyway, shall we move on?
Yeah.
All right,
Go to number 6.
I'll do the next one. All right, here we go. So on the heels of the, perfect is boring, you don't have to be morose all of the time because life is about balance. So you're going to have bad days and you're going to post something because you're having a bad day. Fine. Got it. Don't belabor the point and continue to post about what a terrible day you're having and how awful everything is and woe is me, I'm just a little black rain cloud. I don't even know. I don't know what to say about it. It drives me absolutely insane. Your life cannot be that terrible, and if it is, seek help.
Right. Because here's the thing. I was discussing this with my family earlier today. Because we had a horrible windstorm on the 23rd. And like 100,000 plus people are without power. Oof. Horrible time for that to happen. I mean, thankfully the weather has been okay. So if you had electric heat, you're not too far off. But the amount of outrage that I kept on seeing on the internet because people were on their phone because they might not have get their power back until this weekend. One guy sitting there go, well, I guess the power company has better things to do. Okay. Do you know how long it takes to restore power to 100,000 plus people because of a windstorm? I'm like, they have certain grids they have to hit first. Mm-hmm. Residential is towards the end of the list. They have to have the hospitals done first, traffic lights, safety first before they go to your derriere.
Yeah.
And it's like, because everybody's like, well, because it's Christmas time. Da, 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 da. These guys, I forgot how many power companies and these guys who are, linemen didn't get their holiday because they're up on the poles fixing these wires to make sure everybody got electricity. They're hoping before Sunday. They're trying to restore all the power. And these people are just kvetching. And it's like, really? I'm like, number one, you have a phone that has internet capability on it to the fact that you can complain online about not having power.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's think about that for a second. And he said, and number two, it's these little things in life that kind of get me, where people complain about stupid stuff. And it's like, do you have food in your belly? Do you have running water in your house? Do you have a functioning toilet? These are things that people in most of the world do not have. Yet you're going to complain because you may not have electricity for a few days. And as much as that does suck, at least you're going to get it back.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my goodness. Because people freak out. And I'm like, when I was young and we went without power, we had, those kerosene oil lamps?
Yes.
That are just so safe.
Oh, so safe. Oh my gosh.
So safe.
Perfect.
Yeah. We would have to sit at the dining room table, light that thing, do our homework. And I'm not that old, but it's just my parents couldn't afford a generator. So we couldn't open a refrigerator unless we necessarily had to keep the cold in. Same thing with the freezer. We had a gas range, so we could, do some things. But it's like homework had to be done by, this candlelight. If we wanted to play a game, same thing. it's just people and their ungratefulness is just beyond me. Life ain't all that bad, people. You are so richly blessed and you don't even know.
Yeah, we'll just file all that kvetching under first world problems.
Yeah.
It's really what we're gonna file it under, because honestly, like, I get it. I have kvetched about things online, mostly really horrible drivers, because that is the one thing that will get me every single time, is if you don't know how to drive and you're anywhere near me. However,
yeah, you gotta love those people.
Oh yeah. So, but here's the thing, is when I do complain about them, I try to keep a grain of humor with it. I try to, like, make a funny story out of it or something, and a life lesson for the person that's driving. I try not to be too bitter about it. Sometimes I am, and I know that I am. But I think I don't know, maybe you can verify this. I think if you, like, breezed through my Facebook page, you would probably see mostly pretty upbeat, hey, life is pretty good. Yeah, there's some pitfalls here and there, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, for the most part, mine is just like random stuff that I just find entertaining. I was gonna say the last time I remember putting anything about stupid drivers, and I still stand by this. Okay, because if you're not friends with me on Facebook, I will tell you exactly what I said. Because I was driving to work, and the road that I drive on for work has 2 lanes going the other way and the suicide turn lane in the middle. This guy pulls out from the north, and I thought he was going to go into the suicide lane. No, he decided to go merge with the car that was in front of me. Luckily, that car paid attention and got out of the way. I'm sitting there going, I had some very choice words. I'm like, what the hell? So I'm following this guy, and he happened to turn the same way that I did. And I'm like, oh, I got to get in front of this guy because there's no way. So he stays in the left lane. I'm in the right lane. And I was about ready to pass him, and he starts merging over. Now he's driving on the line. And so now I just start yelling at him. I'm like, pick a lane. As I'm passing him, he has his phone up like this. And I go to work at 10:30 at night, people. Has his phone up like this. He's doing something. It looked like he was more likely playing like a game than texting. And he's driving, and he kept it. So I'm like, oh, hells no. So please forgive me. I know if you're a cop and listening to this, I'm sorry. I was upset. So I drove between the lanes, and I kept stopping, hitting my brakes to, flash him back into reality. But then I put on my Facebook, here's what I believe. If you're driving and you're on your phone, texting, playing a game, tweeting, whatever, I believe it should be a law. I should have the right to perform a pit maneuver on your car.
Yes. I actually I watched them. They were, okay, this was the crazy part. They pull out in front of me, first of all. I'm like, really? There's nobody behind me. You had to, like, speed up to get in front of me because you couldn't wait the 2 seconds for me to pass you. But
right.
So they speed up to get in front of me, whatever. And then all of a sudden they're off on the gravel. Like halfway on the road, halfway on the gravel, and they like correct and come back pretty quickly. And then they're off in the gravel again. And then they correct, and this happens like 4 times. In the span of a mile and a half, maybe. I look closer. The same thing. They're on their phone up here, as if up here makes it better and they can see better down the road, which obviously they couldn't because they kept. Because what they had was they had held it over here, I guess, to make it look like a passenger was on their phone, but their arm was attached to it. So yeah,
because cops are too stupid to notice, apparently.
Clearly. So they're on their phone, and because they're looking over here, they steered their car over to, and they kept, I'm like, really? After the first time, you didn't think to yourself, maybe let's put the phone down and drive? Because it's not just the gravel road. There's like signs up there and like dumpsters and stuff on the, because it's a country road. And yeah, I'm like, really? You're lucky you didn't run into one of them big dumpsters and like crash your car. In which case I would have driven past, pointed and laughed. Maybe I would have helped if you were injured, but mostly I would have pointed and laughed. But yeah, don't do it, people.
No.
But what were we talking about? We were talking about don't be morose.
Yes.
Then we talked about bad drivers, because bad drivers suck.
Yes, they do. That's why I think performing a pit maneuver, because they are being a menace to the roads, should be celebrated and seen as a community service than a law-breaking offense.
You know how to do it safely, as long as there's like no oncoming traffic and stuff, and like you can actually spin their car safely. I don't see why not.
All right. I have no training, but I've watched plenty of videos on TV.
Cops is the best. Cops is the best. That'll teach you everything you need to know.
Cops and World's Dumbest. Oh my goodness.
Yes. Yes.
I've learned how to tase people out from World's Dumbest. Okay. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I have a thing. I love watching people get tased. I just find it funny.
Oh, it's awesome.
Because you get so many warnings from the cops that are going, if you don't do this, I'm going to tase you. If you don't do this, I'm going to. And they repeat at least 3 times. And if you're stupid enough not to listen, then you deserve the 50,000 volts. Sorry, but it is hilarious watching you all. Okay.
Oh, it really is. It really is. So anyway, all right, let's move on so that we can get to all 10 of these, because we're only about halfway through. So
okay, number 7. When engaging in friendly debates or not so friendly ones, put on your big girl/boy pants and avoid name calling and personal attacks. Dear God, please, we're going into an election year. If I hear, I am so sick, especially on Tumblr and even Twitter, of the people attacking each other over their presidential picks. Just stop. None of them are perfect. I'm going to let you know now. None whatsoever. And if you don't like somebody's candidate, instead of saying that they're a moron or an idiot or whatever other name you want to call, why not sit there and go, I don't like your candidate because A, B, or C. I'd rather have that kind of debate than sitting there going, well, I think you're a child, pedophile because you like this person, or you're a racist bigot because you like so-and-so, or whatever. Stop, because that doesn't really help your fight.
No, it doesn't. And it makes you look like you have no argument. Like, seriously, as soon as you resort to name calling or personal attacks, I have assumed that you are at your limit of things that you can actually argue. Because clearly you're grasping at straws at that point. Exactly. You don't like somebody that I like? Okay, fine. Tell me why either I shouldn't like them, or tell me why I should like the person you like.
Right. I mean, I'll listen. Because here's the thing. As of right now, I really don't have a favorite in next year's election. Besides myself and Vermin Supreme, I have no favorites. But I have a few that I would like to see pass Iowa.
Yep.
Just to see where it goes. But I'm not going to attack people. I mean, the most attacking I've done is against a certain runner by the name of Trump. But I haven't attacked his supporters. I'm not going to sit there and call the whole group moronic. Because here's the thing. I talked to somebody who is a Trump supporter.
Mm-hmm.
And all I did was ask him, why do you support him? Well, it's because, and basically came down to, Trump is pretty much saying what he likes to hear. Where, because he was nearby me this past week, and he gave a speech, and this guy went and saw it. And it was, if you are an American company, but you have factories overseas to build cheaper and then bring back here to sell, Trump says something about adding like a 35% import tax.
Mm-hmm.
And he liked that idea because we're factory workers. So we want the jobs to come back, because for a long time that was our mainstay of America. It went from farming to industrial.
Yep.
So we've lost jobs because of how much, because of the profit margins for these big companies. And so I understand where he's coming from.
Right. Do
I really think it would really help with that? But I can see where his mind is at. Now, if other politicians could answer that question or, that problem in a way that would make more sense, or it can relate something to the masses like that, I think they would be better off.
Yeah.
But right now, they're fighting over such stupid stuff where they're all attacking, each other. And it's like, that doesn't really help me want to vote for any of you.
No.
I may not be the most intelligent person out there. In fact, I've been told many times on Tumblr that I am intellectually inferior to others. So, which is fine. I don't care. But talk to me about what you honestly want to see America going in your presidential term. What would you like to see done that you could actually help affect? Because you're president, you can't make the laws, though this one has kind of forgotten and Congress has let him.
Details.
But what would you like to see done? Where would you like to take us as a country? Because I'm electing you as a leader. That means I have to, I'm following you to where you want to lead us. If you're just going to sit there and attack somebody and call them names, then you're not a leader.
No.
A leader hikes up their big boy panties and does it.
Well, the other thing is, all this name calling, all this like backstabbing and whatnot, and it does seem to be mostly political. I've seen it in other areas too, but for the most part, it deals directly with politics and with people running for president right now, no matter what side. And here's my thing. Eventually, it's going to get narrowed down to one candidate. Now, odds are, particularly on this side, it's not going to be your guy or gal. Okay? So, if it's not going to be your person, but you're tearing down somebody else because of their choice and calling them rah, 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 whatever. Well, now when their candidate becomes the one you're supposed to rally around, well, what are you going to do? Because you made a real big show about how you don't like that person and how you think their supporters are dumb.
Exactly.
Conversely, if your person actually does make it, how are you going to win over those people that you have called idiots and worse to rally around your candidate to make sure that your candidate becomes president?
Exactly.
How much crow are you going to have to eat to be able to win back these people that you have completely annihilated earlier?
Oh, yeah. I've posted on Twitter. I said I would like certain candidates more if it wasn't for their supporters. Because I haven't heard much from the candidates. I hear more from their supporters. Mm-hmm. And because of how they act, I'm like, well, if this is the kind of person that supports this person, maybe then I don't really want to vote for them because this is the way that the people who like them act. You know what I mean?
Yep. Absolutely. So just don't do it. Don't name call. If you have gotten to a point in an argument where your first thought then is to call somebody poo-poo pants, stop the argument, reevaluate, reassess, and move on.
Right.
Again, we're all adults here, I think.
Okay, we may be the ages of adults, but let's face it, some of us are not acting like it.
Some of us don't. But we would like you to.
Exactly.
That's the whole point here. Act like a dang adult.
Yeah, and here's what I'd like to add.
Yeah.
As you can see by the color of my hair. I have purple hair, and I'm telling you to act like an adult. That should tell you something.
Yeah, and I'm considering changing my hair color to something wacky too pretty soon. So y'all just recognize. And I used to have purple hair, so don't start. So, all right. Number 8. This one's just kind of funny, but it is a good life lesson, and you can actually look some of these up online and get a good giggle out of them.
Yes,
Actually, if you look at the Chive, they sometimes have entire galleries.
Yes, this is a pro tip of all pro tips.
This is like seriously,
you Instagram models out there, please pay attention.
When posting selfies, do yourself a favor and check the background before posting. Now, I say this because here are the things that I've seen in the background of pictures. The fact that you're not wearing underwear in the mirror. Or
you are just wearing whitey or the person taking the picture.
Or the underwear you're wearing is not fit for public consumption. I have noticed your adult fun time toys in the background. I have noticed that you have not flushed your toilet in the background. By the way, why are you taking selfies on the no, don't do it. Just please, no, please. I have noticed just a messy house.
Oh, here's another thing. Make sure who else is in the picture. If you are a mother and you are taking sexy pics of you in a bikini or your underoos, please make sure your kids aren't in the damn picture. Please.
Yeah, no children allowed. Just don't just look at your face. I know that you are prone, because you're taking a selfie, to only be looking at your face. And that's fine. You want to check that out. You want to make sure that the smile is nice and the angle is nice and the lighting is nice. And I get that, and I do that too. Just gloss over the background. Give it a quick once over, because you might notice some things that you're not okay posting online. Certain books that you might have in your bookshelf. You might not want people to know that you have them. A particular TV show on your TV. You might not want people to know that you're watching it, or that you're letting your kids watch it.
Was what was it, like about a month ago? A couple got on, go, look, we're engaged, and right next to him was the positive pregnancy test.
The baby test, the pregnancy test. Again, check the background and crop it out if you need to. Like, if all the other things are cool, but I can crop things on my phone. I just go to edit and I can crop them. Come on, people. It's not that hard. That's
please.
Just a pro tip. Pro tip to you. Check the background of your selfies, or really of any pictures that you're taking that you're considering posting online. Give the background a once over. Look for things that you might not consider might be there. And then decide, are you comfortable with that being online? I have kind of a messy living room, and I get that. I have 3 kids, and I'm not particularly the cleanest person on the planet. So,
well, 3 kids and 3 dogs. I mean, let's face it.
3 dogs and a cat now, yeah. So it gets a little crazy up in my house, and occasionally there's blankets all over the floor because the dogs drag them down and that sort of stuff. I'm okay with that being posted, because that's my life. That's about being real. That's another one of our little things here is be real, be who you are. But yeah, just check the backgrounds. Do yourself a favor.
Yeah, please.
Check it.
Yeah, please.
You don't want your pot sitting out, or your crack pipe. These are not things that you want to have shown. And again, seriously, give the Chive a look-see, because they do have galleries of selfies that, wow, you just go, what, really?
Plus,
What were you thinking?
the Chive will also has galleries of how not to post things on Facebook. Because yeah.
The stupid is strong with some people.
Oh my goodness, is it? Oh, all right. So let's move along.
Let's move along to number 9. We're almost done, people. Thanks for hanging in with us. These get interesting.
Because this is one of my favorites. Just because, like I said, I know I don't always look most like a lady. Nor do I always act like one. But come on, certain things. If you want to make friends or more with a woman that you find interesting, engage her in conversation, but keep it light, friendly, and topical. Reason I love this one is you have no idea how many times I have been hit up on DMs asking for random stuff. I don't know you. Please stop.
Yeah.
If you want to know more about me, don't go for the sex stuff 5 minutes after engaging me in conversation. This is not Netflix and chill. I do not know you. Please.
Yeah. Yeah, just don't do it. Married lady over here. Test the waters first. Make sure that you're not trying to flirt with a married woman. Like, give that a shot. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Or if you're a guy, please make sure that the woman is straight before you hit on her. Just throwing that out there. Not that I'm a lesbian, but I do know some.
Yeah.
They have been hit on guys.
Yep. Yeah. So here's
Make
the
sure
thing.
you know your audience.
I will let you in on a little secret, though. If you're watching this and you, for some unknown reason, have decided to hit on me at some point in time, know this. My husband has seen what you have sent to me. And we have laughed heartily at the things that have been sent. It's fun. It's good times. It's good for a laugh. You know, you crack open a bottle of wine and be like, look what this guy sent me. It's kind of funny. And what makes it even more funny is I am not shy about talking about the fact that I'm married and very happily married, and that my husband is pretty much the center of my life. So, like, you really take a risk in doing that. Just thought I'd let you know. But yeah, check.
Also, as long as we're on this kind of a subject.
Yeah.
Guys, as much as you love your manhood, no unsolicited dick pics ever.
No, don't do it. Because let's go back to that. I laugh heartily at stuff. Any woman that gets an unsolicited one of those will double up. You might kill her with laughter.
Also, it might get sent to her friends to help make fun of.
It might. I'm just saying it could get shared, which maybe you want to have done, and that's fine. Okay, we all have our little fetishes, but I would say ask first, and that asking should happen after you have already established some sort of relationship with this person. Okay, just saying, like, you should know their favorite color. Or maybe a favorite movie.
Or perhaps even their last name. I'm just saying.
That is always helpful as well. Yeah. So no, just look, think of it this way. Flirt online like you would in person. So if you're at a bar and you see someone that you find very, very interesting, if you buy them a drink and saddle up to them and have some conversation with them, that's probably going to get you some points. if you just whip it out for all to see at the bar, that's probably going to get you arrested. I'm just saying. So, like, just because you're online doesn't mean you get to do things differently. Engage someone in conversation, be nice, be polite, be kind, get to know them. Because you, believe it or not, you can actually get to know somebody online. Some of my best friends I have met online and have yet to meet in person. Just saying. So, anyway. All right. We are to number 10, and we're going to get it in right under the wire. And this one is very important in our very egocentric world. Number 10, remembering you are not the most fascinating person ever goes a long way toward not coming off as a douche canoe. In a world of Kardashians and Kanyes, be an Audrey Hepburn or a Keanu Reeves.
Yes, I agree.
Mm-hmm. And that's all I have to say about that. And if you don't know about Keanu Reeves, dude.
Oh, I know. Oh, here's the thing. I fell in love with him years ago. Like when I first saw him in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, I fell in love with him then. And everything that he has done since then makes me love him that much more. In all reality.
Parenthood is probably my favorite role of his ever.
Which one?
Ever. Parenthood, the movie, not the TV show. He wasn't in the TV show.
Yeah.
The movie, Parenthood, he plays this just aloof character, very much like he was Ted. Very much like Ted. But with a lot of heart and soul. And he just has this most wonderful scene in the... Anyway. See it. It's a really good movie. It's Steve Martin, and it's wonderful. But Audrey Hepburn, just an accomplished ballerina. She was a goodwill ambassador. She just, like...
She oozed classiness.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just oozed classiness. I mean, she was just one of those women. She knew how to hold herself in public. Yep. I don't know much about her private life because she didn't put her private life on display.
Nope.
But her public life, she's always classy. I've never, she always had held high. Just, she never really talked down to people. Just a very classy person, and
very
always took immaculate care of herself. I mean, you never saw her go out in public looking like this.
No, this would have never happened. Never. Not in a million years. But I want to go back to Keanu just for a minute because there is a story about him, and this will be very fast. He lives in New York City. He does not drive. He does not take cabs. He actually takes the subway. And there have been numerous accounts of him on the subway where he will gladly give up a seat, where he will absolutely go ahead and stand and whatnot. And he doesn't make a big deal out of it. He just says, oh, hey, come have my seat. Just the classiest dude on the planet. I really would like to meet him because he just strikes me. He's had so much heartache in his life. If you read his story, it's incredible. And he still just has this blessed aura about him where he just wants to bless everybody and be everything that you should be.
Right. And it's one of those things with both of them. Mm-hmm. Both of them famous, like A-list famous people. But they don't have that air about them. Like I heard a story about this actress, I've never seen any of the films, but actress who, if you are not famous and you even attempt to talk to her, she will bawl you out, or she'll just turn her nose up at you because you're not good enough. If it weren't for people like me, you would not be famous, honey. That's how this works.
Right.
It's one of those things. don't look down on me because I didn't choose your career path, nor did I choose your romantic partners, because let's face it, because of your famous, ness, we have all seen it in the tabloids and on the TV. And you've made a lot of bad choices, honey. So you're not as good as you think you is. Just saying, keep it real and from the block, yo.
Well, and then there's Bono.
Yes.
Who just, there's a reason I love him. Every concert that I've ever gone to for U2, it has always ended with, thank you for giving us this life. They know exactly where their lifestyle comes from. And it's awesome. So anyway.
Yeah. Credit to those people who are actually classy enough to recognize why they're at, where they're, where they're at.
Indeed.
I can speak.
All right. We just want to say thank you to, and they will know who they are. Thank you to Hobbit and to Miss, I'm going to call her Sandra D. She'll probably think that's hysterical. Thank you for this idea, because it got us thinking about what was most important about online etiquette. And we will type it up and have it for you in written form. Put it, laminate it, keep it in your pocket. There you go.
Yeah. And if you want to add more, if you think that we missed something, put it in the comment section and we'll add it too.
Oh, please do. And if you don't like what we said, or if you think we should just get rid of the rules altogether, go ahead and let me know at In-Depth Girlism. I will be glad to argue that point with you. If you name call me, though, you're done.
Oh, my thingy's broke. I was going to turn on my lights and it doesn't work anymore. I'm going to be a Kanye for the rest of the year. So you could try to contact me and tell me that I'm wrong, but let's face it, I'm just too good for y'all. But anyways, Beautifly Wings on the Twitters and Pope Sparkles on Tumblr. And I wish y'all have a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, all. Love you.